Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans. You know, this episode was not good. But it wasn't good not for the acting, not for anything else, but more so because it felt like they had to make it, right? Like, I know sometimes during the holidays, like with General Hospital, they may go a whole week if they don't get a certain amount of interruptions because it's like they saved those slots. But I feel like with this episode, it's like they just had to make it. Like they had to sit there and have a scene with Diane getting advice from Esther. You know, the town's dingbat. It's funny because she was like, I'm a lot wiser than people sit there and give me credit for. It's like, well, it's kind of hard to tell every time that you talk. Because every time that you talk, you just sound, what's a nice way of putting it? Stupid. So, Diane is upset. She's sad because Kyle is, not. Let's put it this way, Diane, your son is a disappointment, right? Like he is the type of disappointment that brings shame to the family. And I didn't do a stream yesterday, but I did watch it. And one of the things that he was so pissy about was the fact that Diane didn't get her stuff out the office fast enough. It's like, okay, I get that they want to make drama and stuff like that, but this is just stupid, right? Like this is like that whole argument yesterday was so idiotic, right? And even in today's episode where Kyle and Claire are talking, and he's talking about how he doesn't still trust her and everything, and I'm like, bro, you're such an entitled POS of a subhuman being. This woman that literally sat there and gave you the job back after she had to sacrifice her own emotional and mental well-being of you lashing out because she had to sit there and do this plan to get you to sit there and see reasoning that Victor didn't care about you. He just wanted to use you to get to your father, and you were so stupid to go along with that. And she had to go through that whole plan and be treated like a damn pariah again. And what? Because she didn't move she didn't move the stuff out of her room fast enough. You want to sit there and start getting into a little pissing contest with her? Like it's so stupid. And this is what she's upset about. And I'm kind of just like, this is where you get to a point in life where you're just like, if you don't rock with me, F you. Seriously, kick rocks without socks. I think at some point, and this is the problem, is that Kyle is constantly using Diane like she's nothing but an emotional punching bag. And the sad part is that because some people don't like Diane because of her past, they're okay with her. They're like, well, I don't like Diane anyway. I'm like, I just, I don't know. Let's let's just move on. Let's talk about Victoria for a minute. This is another scene that is so pointless. It is just a pointless scene. Here's the thing. I'm trying to be positive, but when you have a certain level of stupidness, it's very hard. And a scene like this is exactly what I'm talking about. She is whining and complaining because she feels that Claire is practically growing up too fast. You found her when she was a goddamn grown up. What is it that you want at this point? One of the things she's sitting there saying is, I'm worried about Claire and the fact that she's getting too much. What did she say? What is this idiotic comment that she said? Oh, she's getting too much freedom and choices, and she's worried that Claire's going to get overwhelmed. Let me get this straight. Out of all the possible things that you could be worried about for your child, is getting too much freedom and too much choices that can overwhelm. That could be overwhelming for her. Are you kidding me right now? Is this the whole? This is what they. This is so dumb. This is so stupid. And so Nikki has to sit there and talk her through whatever emotional breakdown that Victoria's going through. And I'm like, she's fine. She's back in your life. And clearly that's not enough because you gotta sit there and whine for the next hour. You have to sit there. It's so dumb. See, this is my whole thing. It's very difficult for me to sit there and try to recommend this soap when they do episodes like this. Because I can't sit there and put my name, I can't put a stamp of approval over telling somebody to watch this show when I see episodes like this. And I know across the board there's been episodes on GH where it hasn't really been that good. It's been a lot of fluff. There's been a lot of, well, we just had to put something out. But this is, it's the type of shit that'd be like, see, I can't trust your opinion. I can't trust your opinion. Somebody sat there and said, oh, you should watch The Young and the Restless. And I see this episode, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna sit there and question you on every life decision that you make since you done recommended this bullshit to me. That's what I'll be sitting there thinking in my head. Um, Jack is upset about Billy because Billy wants to sit there and act like a damn man child because he wants to get revenge and he wants to get money and everything like that, and he didn't get his. Now he disowned his brother. I'm like, see, I like Billy, but then when he does dumb shit like this, it's just like, really, dude. Really? Now he's sitting at the table and he's not just upset about that. This is the holiday times. He's thinking about his mother. He's thinking about all the stuff that he regretted. And that's just normal. And Tracy's there. She does her best to sit there and try to comfort him, but it's kind of a losing battle, if we're gonna be honest. And it's late, so it's time for Tracy to go to bed. Oh yeah, and Kyle was sitting there whining about his mom and how he can't trust his mom, and you know all this stuff. It's just another one of his man child moments that, to be honest, I just don't give a shit about. Um, I will sit there and say this much stuff. So Kyle is giving Claire a lot of compliments, and Claire doesn't really know how to handle it. And on some level, I've been through where Kyle has been through. Like I've been with women that don't always take a compliment well. They don't know how to take a compliment because of whatever that they're dealing with, that they have dealt. So I get that. Not that they're being frustrated, but just like at least she's in therapy, though. I will sit there and say that much. At least she's in therapy. Um, I guess they had I can't believe I'm saying this. They had a nice moment after Kai was not there saying, I'm not ready to forgive mom yet, and blah, 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 blah. And Jack understands that because he went through the exact same thing with his mother. Hell, that entitled, dickish look on young Jack's face is exactly like Kyle. So he truly gets where Kyle's coming from. Then he hangs up the ornament and kumbaya and all the other stuff, I guess. I don't know. Um, then Claire comes home and she tells Victoria and Nikki about her day and the excitement and everything like that. And I don't know. The rest of their conversation with Nikki and Victoria just kind of just flatlines at that point, especially when she starts talking about how Victor made an affair because, apparently having all the money in the world with Victor is just not enough. Um, like, bro, why don't you sit there and hit the heavy bag instead of constantly going after Jack and his family? It's like we have nothing else better to do. That's the problem. That's one of the problems with Victor. Victor has all the money in the world, and yet he still wants to act like an entitled prick. Okay? It's not enough to sit there and just screw over people. I mean, I don't know how he is in business. They say that he's a savage. We just have to hear it. But I just wonder how many companies he's taken over, how many people he's screwed over along the way, and yet he still is not satisfied because he has to go after old Jackie Boy. He has to get that revenge for his fragile ego, I guess. I don't know. So now, they're worried that Victor's gonna sit there and get in the middle between Claire and her happiness. Um, like with Summer in a sense, but it's just it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Don't get me wrong. I generally do like Young and the Restless. It's just when they do episodes like this, where it's not just boring, but it just reminds me of all the issues and stupidness within these characters. Sometimes I can't help but be like, I want to make this review as possible, as positive as possible. When you do stuff like that, it's like, what do I have? On a side note, I will sit there and say about the Gates because that came out. I saw the trailer. It wasn't exactly their best work. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed at all. I wasn't unimpressed. It was just like, eh, I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. I missed anything? Right in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are or come to the live stream because I'll be sitting there talking about it and whatever this episode was, as well as Bold and Days and GH and the trailer for the Gates, I guess. All right.